Hey, what's up, good people? David Taub here, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. Got another turnaround lick for you. We've been getting a lot of emails saying, hey, can you teach us some turnaround licks? We've been working with licks of the week in a blues kind of style. I'm playing on acoustic. You could do it on electric, whatever works for you. I'm showing you some turnaround licks to add into your repertoire. We'll start off with some easy single note ones, but you could do chordal ones. Maybe we'll get into some of those. You want to amass some of these in your arsenal, and you want to nail these in time because you don't want to kind of play this killer lead section and then you go to hop back into the rhythm and you mess it up, or you play something totally disjointed. You don't get in time back and you just blew all that great lead work that you just did, right? So turnaround licks are cool because what a turnaround lick is actually, it actually resolves or takes you back from a certain section, takes you back to the one chord. So it kind of turns everything around to start over again, hence the name turnaround, right? This turnaround lick will sound like this. So you hear how nicely it resolves from that 5 chord, B7, to the 1 chord, E7. So let's go in and examine that. See how it turns back? We hit that B7 for the 5, and then back to the E7 for the 1 chord. So what this is, if you know a D7 chord, it's kind of that same shape, but we're moving it up one, like a whole step, 2 frets. So basically, slide to the 4th fret of the G string, put your first finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the high E. So you have that little chord there, and you play the string straight down. So I'm playing G string, B string, high E string. And then just slide that back a half a step. So the frets are 3rd fret on the G, 2nd fret on the B, and 3rd fret on the high E. Slide it down again, another half step, and you get that D7 chord, which is basically 2nd fret on the G, 1st fret on the B, and a 2nd fret on the high E. So you get this so far. And then that last little piece is 1st fret on the G string, open B, open G. All together. Then the next part, on that B7 chord, we walk up to it, open A string, 1st fret A string, 2nd fret A string, and then finger a B7 chord and kind of just arpeggiate down it. And then end resolves back to that 1 chord, so you get right back into that rhythm. So the whole lick will sound like this. And if you want to know the rhythm in this jam track, all I'm doing is I'm actually using an E5 for the 1 chord, A5 for the 4 chord, B5 and B6 for the 5 chord. So, and I'm walking using my 3rd finger and pinky on the E and the A chords on the 4th and 5th fret, kind of like this. There's the A chord. When it goes to the 4 chord, same thing I was doing on the E chord, you do on the A. And then when it goes to the 5 chord, I go to the B chord, and then I play the B6. So B5. And then when it goes back to the 4, I just hit here. And on the 1 chord, that's where you put in your turnaround. We're doing a very common 12-bar progression where we're playing the 1 chord or the E chord for 4 bars. Then it goes to the 4 chord for 2 bars. So that's 6 total. Then it goes back to the 1 chord for 2 bars. That's 8 total. Then it goes to the 5 chord for 1 bar. That's 9. 4 chord, or in this instance the A5th for 1 bar, that's 10. Then back to the 1 chord, that's 11. That's when you would start the turnaround lick for 1 bar and continue it through. The 12th bar is the turnaround, which is on the 5 chord for 1 measure, and then it turns around to the 1, back to the 1, and it starts all over, and you just keep repeating that 12 bar. Now there's other types of progressions used in blues, you know, not just 12 bar, and there's different ways to play the 12 bar. This is probably the most common, so you want to, you know, learn that formula. Let's put the jam on. I'm going to play along with it, and I'll play the lick and show you where to insert it. Here we go. Starting on the 1 chord for 4 measures, 4 bars. Now, 4 chord, 2 measures, 2 bars. Back to the 1 chord for 2. 5 chord for 1, 4 chord. Now put in your lick. Back to the 1. See how we hop right back in. Time. So you can see how we hopped back in to the progression. Like if we were playing our lead, then at the end of the lead we did our turnaround, hopped right back in, right when it back to that 1 chord, smooth transition, and it really sounds like you know what you're doing, right? So practice that, work on your timing, and a good way to practice it is to use jam tracks. They're an essential tool for the lead guitar player to really hone your skills, right? And we actually have some killer jam tracks that I studio recorded in a studio here in Southern California. They came out great. I have a Blues Jam Tracks Plus and a Rock Jam Tracks Plus series, and I'll put links to both in the text box below this video. The Blues Jam Tracks Plus is awesome. It has 10 killer audio tracks and also comes with a 58-page PDF book on lead guitar where I break the tracks down one at a time and teach you what to try over it, what you can play over it, why it works, give you suggestions, what scales to play, what modes to try, how to switch things up, how to look at the chords, how to look at a progression and know what to play lead and improvisational wise. That's what the book is all about, and all the scales are written out in the book. It's very comprehensive, packed, 58-page PDF book that goes along with each. I have a Rock Jam Tracks Plus set and the Blues Jam Tracks Plus set. Click on the links to check them out. There's video previews in there so you can hear some of the tracks and read a little bit more about them. I know you'll like them. And go to our website, www.nextlevelguitar.com. There's over 900 video lessons and growing. We add new content every month. Beginners, intermediates, advanced, all genres of music. It's a great place to either learn guitar or take your playing to the next level. I think you'll really enjoy it. Students from all over the world sign on to the site and get their skills to the next level. It's awesome. I know you'll like it. Try it out, and certainly email us if you have any questions. Take care. See you in the next lesson. Take care. Keep on rocking.